For the first 3 centuries after the Roman Emperor Constantine's conversion to Christianity, there had been few real challenges to the growth of that religion. In fact, by the year 600 A.D., Christianity had spread well beyond the Byzantine Empire into Ethiopia and into northern Europe as well. But this growth did not go unchallenged, because in the desert lands of Arabia, a new religion called Islam was being founded by the Prophet Muhammad. Islam means submission to God, and in the 7th century, this new form of worship was rapidly finding acceptance among the Arabian people. And since the early Muslims aimed at converting the whole world to their faith, it was inevitable that conflicts would occur with Christians who had similar goals for their own religion. Thus, by 636, only 4 years after Muhammad's death, Muslims had captured Byzantine Syria and the Holy Land of Palestine. And a short time later, they went on to take Egypt, North Africa, and most of Spain from the Byzantines as well. And by the year 1050, so much territory had been yielded to the Muslims that the new boundaries of the once mighty Byzantine Empire were smaller than they had ever been before. Meanwhile, the vibrant new Muslim civilization now spanned 3 continents. On the continent of Europe, Spain remained under Muslim control for 7 centuries, a fact that greatly influenced both the Spanish language and culture. And it is here in Spain that some of the best examples of Islamic art and architecture are preserved in this ancient fortress called the Calat Alhambra, the Red Castle, that overlooks the city of Granada. Inside the castle walls, we can glimpse the magical world of ancient Islam. Here we find all the signs of a very advanced civilization. For example, complex systems of pipes deliver water all the way to the top of this once barren hill to make beautiful reflecting pools, and to nourish lush gardens filled with beautiful plants and fruit trees. Here, too, we can find the splendid palaces of the kings who ruled this part of Muslim Spain. In these palaces, wherever one looks, artists have made intricate designs to create an atmosphere both of richness and luxury. In some rooms, the walls and pillars have been covered with delicate patterns skillfully carved into stone or plaster, while in others, tiles have been arranged into complicated yet fascinating geometric shapes. But besides Islam's tremendous accomplishments in architecture and art, they also made significant advances in the fields of science and mathematics. And it is important to note that much of Islam's scholarly work was done during the Dark Ages, when the growth of knowledge had all but stopped in the Christian countries of Western Europe. As we learned earlier, the Islamic civilization was highly successful in the arts of warfare as well. For the Quran, the sacred book of Islam, teaches that sincere believers must serve as warriors to defend and spread the word of God. It was this belief that led the Muslims to conquer Palestine in the 7th century, and it was this conquest that would eventually lead to the Christian invasions of the Near East, called the Crusades.